myself, which was crazy. But you know, we're all here now. We're here to learn, so we're gonna jump right into it. So first things first, I want to go over. Let me make this full screen. Okay, so first I want to go to a product called Gold Cup. Um, Gold Cup is an extension, a product that you guys can invest in. I think it's like $20. Yeah, it's $20 to invest in, where you guys can get other trade ideas from other traders such as Christopher Derrick, Lizardo Tavares, who does teacups within Gold Cup, as well as Kim and Luke, who trade in the mornings on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I think it's at 8 a.m. And they do US 30. We call it Dirty 30. Um, and they don't just trade, NDCs or volatile pairs, y'all. They trade, major pairs as well. For those of y'all who've never gotten on live, or go live, I admonish y'all to utilize the tools that we all are given in this academy. Okay. Type a one in the chat if you guys do watch Go Live. Type a one in the chat if y'all watch Go Live. Like more than once a week. Like if you plugged into Go Live. I should have a one from everybody on this call. Everybody should have a one. Because number one, we paying for that. Number two, we got people that take time out of their day to mark up charts and to hand trades out to us. Those of us who are wanting to make money. So I got a few ones. I didn't get enough. So for those of y'all who did not type a one in the chat, who's not plugged into the Go Live, I challenge y'all to start tonight. Because you guys didn't come in here just to like get trades and stuff like that. Y'all came in here to learn as well. How to mark up charts and how to trade self-sufficiently. So haven't started up yet. Well, hey, tonight is the night. We're not gonna waste no time. So we're in Gold Cup right now, you guys, and I focus on a strategy called Price Trap. I truly love this strategy. This right here changed my life, like financially and as far as my trading strategy. I know a lot of other people, they may trade Price Trap or support and resistance, smart money concepts, break and retest, all these different things, which are all good. They all work, but I had to find something that worked for me. So the person who teaches Price Trap, his name is Christopher Derrick, and he goes through the charts, y'all, and his strategy is so simple. Like, it's super simple, and all he focuses on is break and retest. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, go over what he marked up. Let me find something that's not, okay, all of these trades are, like, super old. Let's see. And he goes live at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that means tomorrow is Tuesday. So we should all be up, ready to watch Christopher Derrick at 1 o'clock if you all are interested, because I know I'm going to be up. But anyway, this is a good one. So what happens is, y'all, Christopher, what he does is he focuses on a support and a resistance, y'all. Okay? So when you're talking about, and I hope you guys have a tablet and a pencil or a pen, and paper, because note takers are truly money makers, right? We all know that. So I want you guys to retain the things that I'm going to be going over, as well as Zay once he hops on, because he's going to drop some value, probably way more than me. So you guys, like I said, grab your pen and paper and be prepared. And this is being recorded as well. So like I said, whenever you're focusing on Price Trap, y'all, you guys need two things. You need a support and you need a resistance, okay? So the resistance acts as a ceiling of a house, okay? That's what I like to say. It acts as a ceiling of a house. So the resistance is going to be the most recent high of the market. Now, as we all can see, this trade actually worked out perfectly. How do I know that? Because it broke through this area of resistance and began to continue to buy up. That was a win, okay? So all we're looking for is an area of resistance or the most recent high area, okay? And when you're talking about a support, we need to be looking for the most recent low area, right? So a support is also the equivalent to something called a floor, like a floor of a house, right? So you have the top area and then you have the area that's below, okay? Now, y'all feel free to type in the chat, if you guys get confused about anything. Because one thing I'm not going to do and I don't want to do is to confuse anybody, okay? So y'all don't be hesitant to ask questions or to stop me if y'all have questions, okay? So Anyway, so we're going to be talking about, like I said, resistance and support. So what I'm going to do is, y'all, I'm going to mark one up myself because Christopher has a lot of different things on here. He has rules that I stick by myself. And this is something that I'm about to go over right quick before I even mark up my own chart. Because, you know, somebody in here mentioned something about US 30 and then they blew like $100 or something like that. Trading probably something else. But not to point that person out, but it made me think about something called risk management. Okay. Now, we want to make money. We want to trade. We want to take all the trades, which is not a good idea, but because we want to make money. But here's the catch. You don't have to take 10 trades a day to make a good amount of money for that day. Okay. I hope y'all caught that. Myself, Malik, Nate, Harry, and all the other leaders will send out trades throughout the day. And by the end of the day, we probably send out maybe 10 or 12 trades. That doesn't mean that y'all have to take all of them, okay? So right here, we're going to go over some rules because this is important. Like, I know you guys want to learn how to mark up charts, but this right here is even more important because you don't want to over leverage or over risk what your account. You don't want to trade what you don't have, you know? So you guys will notice that whenever myself or any of the other leaders will send out a trade, more than likely or more than, like mostly all the time, we're going to put out a rule that says you trade at a 0.01 per $100 in your account. Okay. Now, like my sister, for example, I'm going to use her. She'll say, man, like, Lex, I don't want to trade at 0.01. I'm not going to make no money. But this is the thing. I let her know that, number one, I don't want you blowing your account. Number two, I need you to take your time and be patient. Number three, the small wins count. Okay. If y'all find that you up $5 in your $100 account, we don't want to over leverage. You should be trading at least 2 to 3%. Like you should be risking 2 to 3% of your account whenever you're trading. Okay. So again, Christopher goes through all these rules. If you guys get on his live, y'all will notice that he will type this up or copy and paste the rules consistently because he understands the power of compounding. All right. So if y'all want to take a picture of this, feel free. But like I said, if you catch him on the live or recording, you'll find these same rules. So how about we mark up something, okay? So this GBP is still running strong. I sent this trade out to everybody. Like I said, if y'all took it, we're already in profit. If you took this, you guys feel free to move your stop loss to break even, which let me zoom in. And break even just means move your stop loss to where you entered at, okay, or in profit, okay? So that way you don't lose the money that you already made. So you can move your stop loss like somewhere right here, okay, which is probably like, I don't know, let me see how many pips because I like being really accurate. Okay, like 10, 15, maybe 15 pips in profit or 10 pips in profit. So that way it's a risk-free trade. It doesn't look like a lot of pips, but this is the thing. This is perspective. Okay, y'all don't want to. You don't want to not move your stop loss into profit, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna just let it ride up, and then you got your stop loss underneath your entry, and then guess what could possibly happen, y'all? Like, I'm gonna be real with you, y'all seeing the green and y'all cool, but your stop loss still down here, and then guess what's gonna happen? This could possibly happen. Shoot all the way down, and then you lose the money that you made plus the money that you had already in your account. So we want to move our stop loss into profit. Now I'm gonna go through some pairs. Like I said, I'm not gonna be before y'all long. Like I'm not gonna take up a lot of time because I want, you know, the next speaker to drop some value as well. So this is something I like this. Like this is textbook to me. Like this is beautiful. Okay. So here I am. I'm going to mark up my price trap. When you're trapping price, it's like trapping an animal. You need to trap it between something so that way it can't escape. So what we're going to do here, we're going to literally trap these candlesticks in between a support and a resistance. Okay. I'm going to show y'all right now. Type a 1 in the chat if y'all are following me. Type a 2 if you're completely confused. Oh, y'all blowing up the chat. Let me know. Type a 1 if you got it. Type a 2 if you don't know what in the world going on. Somebody said 2. Oh, hey, Miss Helen. How are you? How you doing? Okay. All right, cool. But that's good. We're gonna clarify that, all right? So here it is, y'all. I'm about to mark my chart up because I like drawing on my charts. I like seeing things that I needed to be visual. Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. because I don't want nobody to be confused. So many of y'all know I like to either use a rectangle as my, to kind of mark up my chart, or I use a black horizontal line. But for me, I rather to use this rectangle. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start from scratch. Y'all, I like to focus on the 1 hour chart. I know Nate and Malik, I've learned from them, and even Harry, to start at the daily chart. Okay. And that was something that I wouldn't do before, but I do it more now. But in this specific strategy in Price Trap, I got this from Christopher Derrick. He starts on the 1 hour time frame, and if something seems a little bit messy, he's gonna go to the 4 hour chart, a bigger time frame, to see things a little bit more clearly. But for the most part, it's always 1 hour time frame, okay? So I don't say, well, Lex, what if I do want to start on a bigger time frame? Feel free to do that. You can do that, and then break it down to a much smaller time frame. But like I said, for me, I usually start on the 1 hour, especially when I'm doing my price trap. Okay, so here it is, y'all. We're going to I like to look at the 1 hour. Like I said, this is AUD USD for those who are maybe want to look at this later. I'm going to type it in. AUD USD 1 hour time frame. Okay, because I like to type up stuff so everybody can see. And I'm gonna make it bold, change it to purple or something. I don't know. All right, cool. So 1 hour time frame, y'all. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to take this rectangle. I have tools that I have, placed at the bottom of my chart so that way I can reach them. So I'm gonna use a rectangle, and I'm literally going to mark where price is currently. Okay. Now, whenever you're marking up support and resistance, I can literally mark up resistance, support, resistance, support. Like, I can do all of that, right? And that's what I used to do. But then I found a much simpler way for myself that I'm going to show y'all right now. I only need 2 lines. I only need 2, or 2 rectangles, or 2, something like that. So what I'm going to do is right here, I am going to take a rectangle, and I'm going to find where price is currently. The market is now open. So we see this red candle is currently moving, okay? Is everybody following me? Type a 1 in the chat if y'all are still following me. Let me know if I'm talking too fast. Like, let me know if y'all are good with me. Okay. All right, cool. All right, cool. Thank y'all for letting me know that. So now, my bad, y'all, I had to plug my charger in. So what's gonna happen right now, y'all, is this. So I'm going to take a rectangle, and I'm going to focus on where price is currently, which means I want to look at what's happening right now. I can go back in the future. I can do all of this, like literally drag my stuff and, and go and look where price was, 2 months ago. I can do that, but I'd rather not, especially when I'm on the 1 hour time frame. It's because for me, whenever I'm marking up something, I know what kind of pips I'm looking for. I know, what I'm going for. And that's something that y'all are going to learn as well in time. That's just a preference that I have, so I'm going to take this rectangle, and I'm going to focus on the resistance right here, because this is the most recent high, okay? So I'm going to take my rectangle, and I'm going to mark up a zone, which just means an area, okay? We all know what zone is. Now, for the next part, y'all, we see I have a resistance. I'm going to type that in there because, as y'all know, I'm a visual person, okay? So ceiling of, I spelled ceiling wrong. My bad. Ceiling of a house, okay? Or most recent high. All right. Does everybody understand that definition? Is that confusing, or do y'all understand what's going on here? Let me see. My bad. I'm having some difficulties right here. Okay, I'm gonna just change the color. All right. So resistance, most recent high. So now guess what I'm gonna do next, y'all? I have a resistance. So what should I draw next? Somebody type in the chat. Because like I said, this is gonna be interactive. Like I want y'all to be with me. I want to make sure that y'all are following. Oh, okay. Okay. Y'all getting it now. Cool. All right. Man, maybe y'all need to come up here and teach me something. Okay, cool. Support, right. So I'm going to take my next rectangle and then I'm going to draw my support literally right here, because this was an area where price was going up and then it came back down. All right, and I'm going to kind of draw it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in some more so that way I make sure everybody can really see. Okay, so we have resistance right here, the most recent high. Okay, and then now we have support, the most recent low. Okay, can y'all agree with that? Type of one if you agree. Okay. All right. All right. Kind of wrote my little definitions kind of backward a little bit, but that's okay. Let me check the chat and see if everybody's good still. All right. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, cool. Everybody's good. All right. So now guess what, y'all? This is literally what I do all the time. Whenever you're looking at your resistance and your support, all we're going to do is wait for the price to either break above the resistance to buy it or break below the support to sell it. Okay. So here's what I do. I take my trend line, and because we already know, y'all, and I forgot to mention this. How could I forget this? The trend here, that's the first thing I should have identified, but somehow I forgot. Let me try to move my stuff. The trend here, y'all, is bullish, which means that it's going up. I'm going to draw a line so that way we can really kind of see this. Can y'all agree that this trend is bullish right now? Can y'all agree with that? Okay, I got some peeps in the chat. Let's see. All right. Yeah, definitely. So if the trend is overall bullish or buying, what do y'all think I should expect for this market to do? Do y'all think I should expect the market to continue to go up in a buy, break through this resistance and continue to buy, or do what? Sell. Which one do y'all think? Because like I said, this is interactive. Like I want this is a teaching moment for everybody. Okay, Kobe said bullish, correct. Absolutely. Now, this is the fun part about price trap. Both of y'all, everybody that said buy or sell, y'all both could be potentially right because of what's about to happen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this trend line and I'm going to draw a break and a retest of support and a break and a retest of resistance. Okay, now watch me. I'm going to take this trend line, I'm going to draw this down, break of support. It has to come up to retest. It has to come back up in this zone. And guess what? Sell it in that area and then you go down and you make your money. Now, I know y'all thinking it can't be that easy. Well, it is. You know, I had some trouble with it my first time too. And then as I continued to practice it, y'all, I would just mark up my charts. I would just mark it up and practice. And then I would go back a day later and I would watch how my trades were like, I had pips, just pips upon pips. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, how in the world did that just happen? But it happened, you know? So that's how I realized that this was for me. Okay. So now we did our support, right? We did a break. Okay, we did a break of support, retest, support becomes resistance, and you sell at a resistance. And then you wait for the market to fall and go in that direction. Okay. Now, what about for the buy? Now I'm going to go ahead and get another trend line, y'all, and then I'm going to break my resistance. I'm going to break through. The market usually will come back to retest somewhere in this area, and then you would buy right here. And then watch as the market will go up. Is everybody still following me? Is anybody confused about this? Probably break through support and shoot up for, wait, what, Ryan? Break through what? Break through support and shoot up for a buy. No. So break through the resistance and then go up for a buy. Break through support right here and then go down for the sell. So everybody cool with that? Okay. Now, yeah. Okay, cool. So now the next part would be, how do I measure my target, my stop loss? For me, I always do a 30 pip stop loss. If things get a little tight, sometimes 35, 40, but most of the time it's like it has to be somewhere in between 30, like 30 stop loss. Because I know what I have in my account. I know what I'm wanting to risk. Like I said at the beginning, y'all don't want to risk money that you don't have. Okay. So as far as the target or your TP, this is what I do here. And I'm gonna have to go to a bigger time frame for this one. So all right, let's see. Okay, my computer's acting crazy. Let me go to the 4 hour. Let me go to the daily. Can I do that? All right, cool. So let me move my little rules out the way. Okay. All right. So I know things look a little different now, y'all, because we're on the daily chart. On the daily, that means each candle represents a full 24 hours that it had to form. Okay, a full, complete 24 hours. Same thing for any other time frame. Okay, so how in the world would I measure my TP or my target? So what I would do is, let me see, my computer's acting slow. I have to take a long position or a buy position, or a short position, I mean. So let's pretend that this is going to buy, right? Because we already see it, everything is bullish. We got a lot of green candles going up here. So if that was the case, let me make my screen full screen. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take a long position, y'all. The long position is so that way you guys can measure your stop loss, your pips for your stop loss, your target pips, all of that. Your risk to reward, which is important. So you're gonna go and take a long position, and I'm gonna just drop it like right here. Like it's gonna be huge because I'm on the daily chart right now. So let me do this. Okay, that's almost 30 pips. That's not bad. Like literally. Okay. Now what about the TP? When I'm doing a TP, y'all, because like I said, we already discussed the stop loss. That's 30 pips. Okay. Now for your TP, whenever you're buying, I hope y'all taking notes. Whenever you are buying, your TP can literally be the most recent level of resistance to the left. Did everybody catch that? Whenever you're buying, your target can be your most recent level of resistance to the left, which would be somewhere over here. Matter of fact, this is perfect right here. This has been actually perfect. How many pips is this? Dang, that's 100 pips. All right. We may be able to hold this one for the long. Really depends. But if I go to a smaller time frame, y'all, I will be able to break this area down a little bit better. So let me go to maybe the 4 hour chart. And I'm not gonna take up any more of y'all time because we got, like I said, we got somebody else that's about to come on here and drop some things for y'all. So as soon as I finish with this one, I'm gonna introduce the next speaker. So let me make this a little bit smaller. I probably should have stayed on the daily, but okay. Yeah, it's a little bit small right here, but essentially, like I said, let me make my screen full so maybe we can see a little bit better. Is everybody still following me, or is everyone okay? Can you say that again? Say what, Nay? About the target, huh? Okay. So whenever you're looking for your target or your TP, whenever you are buying, you want to look left to get right. Okay. When you want to look left to get right when you're looking for your target, whether you're buying or whether you're selling. So for me, honestly, this area right here, I'm gonna draw an ellipsis. Okay, I'm gonna put an ellipsis right here. This one, this would be a really good area that I would wait for a TP or a target. Why? Because I'm not gonna do this area right here because guess what? Like, let me zoom out. Okay. because the market, we're buying it somewhere in this area. So why would my target or my TP be way right here? That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to look for the most highest point or the most recent one, which is going to be this one right here, or perhaps this area right here. So if we had this area as our TP, our pips could be, let's see, you know, somewhere around 60. Okay, 60 something pips. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like, that's crazy. That's really good to me. You know, that's all I need sometimes. Okay. So again, like I said, you know, this is something that I don't expect everybody to maybe grasp. Why this area? But why this area? You talking about for the target, Janae? All right. I don't know. Yes. Okay. But why that area? Is because first of all, I'm buying. So I want to touch a level that was that where the market was previously before. Okay. And because we're buying, we want to look at a previous level of resistance. It has to be a previous level of resistance because most of the time the market is going to retrace once it touches a level that it has already touched before. The market is always going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat history over and over again. Okay. So I hope that answered your question. I'm gonna give it over to the next speaker, y'all. I hope that that I didn't confuse anybody. I hope that y'all got some value out of what I had to teach and everything. Be looking out for more trades coming out tonight. I'm gonna be pretty busy, so stay tuned, stay plugged in to the Discord, y'all. You're welcome. I want to introduce Zay. Honestly, y'all, I've never met him in person just yet, but it'll be coming soon, and we will be doing calls every week together. And so I'm really excited to do this with somebody who I've never met, someone who is going to blow it up. Like he's gonna be the next master trader. So I'm honored to be able to do this call with you, and y'all please give him your undivided attention. Take notes on everything that he has to say, because maybe you didn't like what I had, but maybe some of y'all gonna like what he had, and vice versa. But again, Zay, I'm gonna hand it over to you. I am the host, I believe. Our co-host. Let's see. Okay, you're the co-host too. So go ahead and take it away, Zay. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, everybody, drop a 111 for Lex for dropping nuggets today. Go ahead and do that. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, it's coming up, bro. I forgot to stop sharing mine. Sorry.
Oh, you good, you good. All right, cool. All right, so everybody, the strategy that I use is called Max Sauce. And it's from this guy named Delano Bender, right? And with this strategy, it is made to measure momentum, right? So I'm gonna show y'all how to set the strategy up first, and then I'm gonna show you how to use it. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. All right, so first things first. We're gonna have to add our EMAs. We need to add 2 EMAs and a EMA / EMA cross, right? So y'all the settings for that. Okay. So for the first EMA, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our length at 10, a source close, and an offset at 0. And you can make your style. I have mine at pink. Make sure you have to make sure you thicken up the lines, right? All right. And then for the second one, I have my inputs at length 50, source close, offset 0. And my style, I have it blue, and I thicken it up. Okay. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if y'all need me to slow down or anything. All right, so my EMA slash my MA slash EMA cross, and I had that at my inputs are length. My length of the MA is 4, and my length of the EMA is 10. Okay. Uh, okay, so with this one, I left my crosses there. As you can see, these are my crosses, and what that indicates is every time my 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 EMA is crossed, basically saying the time that the momentum of the chart, the momentum of the market is switched for the buy to sell. Okay, so you're gonna put just crosses, make sure they're thickened so you can see them very well. All right, and as you can see, you see them how they cross every time they cross right here. You see the crosses. Okay. All right, so next on the indicators is MACDs. You're gonna put two of these, two MACDs. And the settings for these will be, let me see my first one. All right, so the first for these is my fast length is at 5, my slow length is at 10, my source is closed, and my signal length is 1. Okay, so I can see that good. All right. And I made sure I unclicked MACD and left histogram and signal. So with histogram, I made it black. I thickened it, and I've made sure I click my price line. You see, to give that area of like it's like the neutral level. So if it's above or below, you'll know the neutral level. And I turn my signal green. That's that green line that you see. And make sure you thicken it so you can see it well. Okay. All right. So for the second one. All right. So now I have my inputs at fast length 5. My slow length is at 18. My source is closed, and my signal length is 1. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see that. All right, and now I have my histogram in red and my signal in red. And like, you don't have to click the price line for this one. You don't have to do that because you already have one. You don't want to just be doubled up for no reason. Okay, make sure you thicken the line so you can see them well. All right, and like as I'm going, I'm gonna tell y'all what these are. These last ones. So all of these go hand in hand with each other because they all measure momentum in the markets, telling you which way they are going for the buyer or for the sell. See, all right, so say for MACDs, you see how the market is selling right here? You see how they coming down right here? That's just momentum, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go in depth more when I finish this, but I just wanted to let you guys know. All right, so these are my RMMs. See, my relative strength index, my money flow index, and my momentum, right? So for the relative strength index, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a length of 5, and my style is I made it pink, right? And I thickened it, and I have my upper limit. I have it thickened as well. Okay, and I made this 50. It's gonna say 70 at first, so make sure you change that to 50 and unclick lower limit and highest background. Okay. So next is my money flow index, right? You're gonna have that one at a length of 5 as well. Okay. And you're gonna do just plot. The only thing is plot. You can unclick everything else. Upper limit, lower limit, high ground. And you're gonna make sure you think it up so you can see it like always. All right. And next is momentum. Okay. This one has a length of 5 as well. Source closed. And the style is you just make it blue so you can see it. Okay. Everybody hearing me good? Drop a 111 if you can hear me good. Okay. All right. Long one. Okay. You cut out for a sec. All right. So y'all can hear me good now. Okay. All right. So next is our DMI. DMI. All right. So I'm gonna tell you the strength, like the inputs for this. All right. So you're gonna have a DI length of 5 and an ADX smoothing as 1. Right. And your style should be positive DI, blue, your negative DI, red, and your ADX, black. Okay? I'm about to explain this entire thing to you and make it so simple to you. All right. So as you can see, you see these black lines, right? Those are the points we're gonna be looking at. But before I go into anything else, make sure you have your candles set to Hikinashi. Hikinashi are candles as well that they're not showing the actual where the market is, but they're showing the momentum of the market, of where they're going. As you can see, like where the market's at right now, it's consolidating. So it's not really going anywhere. You can see how our indicators are showing that it's not doing anything. All right, so the very first step to this strategy is did the EMAs cross? Did the EMAs cross? So we're gonna double click this. All right, as you can see, this black line right here. That's where I seen my flat top. That's the second step. But right here, you see how they cross and the momentum start to flow down. That was an indication that the market is going to sell off, right? So our EMA is crossed. Okay, that's what, like, you see how, like, even though they crossed, they start spreading apart. That's where your other indicators come into play, because just because they cross and then they spread apart doesn't mean you're not able to get into a sale. And I'm about to tell you why you can. So basically, I noticed that I could get in for the sale because I seen the candles have flat tops, right? And a flat top indicates that it has no momentum towards the upside, right? And it has majority or all momentum towards the downside, right? And same for a buy. You see how the green candles had flat bottoms, indicating that they had no momentum toward the downside, correct? And I went again. See how it was still going up, still flat bottoms. Just because like you don't get the whole move don't mean you still want to catch pips. Like you still gonna get some cash, bro. Just be patient. You gotta stay patient in this. You already know as traders we have a lump sum of patience. All right, so EMA's crossed. We have flat tops. Now those two are checked off, right? So now if we go down to the same point, we're gonna look at our MACDs. So as you can see, both our MACDs are going in the same direction as this break line right here. See, that tells me that the market is going for a sell, right? Because both of the MACDs are going to the downside, right? Things. If we're right here, right? You see how it was coming back up? How when it started like to come back up, it kind of consolidated. And then when it passed the break line, it actually started going up. That told me at that point that it was going for a buy, right? All right. Can everybody hear me good still? I'm gonna just wait for y'all to. That 0.5 killed me though. All right. All right. So now we're gonna look at our RMMs, right? So our RMMs is another thing of momentum, right? See, what we're looking for is for them all to go to the downside. You see right here at this point, they were all flowing down, right? They were all flowing down, indicating a sell. Indicating a sale, right? And if we look at the buy side of things, they were all going up at this point, looking for a buy. And you have to make sure that they all are going the same direction. I cannot stress that enough because if one is just off, then it's not gonna look right. If you look here, you can see that the blue one is coming down, the pink one is kind of going forward, and like the green one is going up. And you see the market, you see how it's consolidated. It's not doing anything, right? So, but when you seen it here, they're all were in one motion towards the downside. Okay? And look at the buy side. They all are coming up. You see, they're all coming up perfectly above this price line right here. See, and look at our candles coming up for the buy. All right, so what I'm showing you guys is like how step by step you just got to look at these 3 to 4 things, and you can tell if you're in for a buy or sell. And I'm going to get into like TPs and stop losses afterwards, and like time frames as well. I just wanted to show you guys this too. All right, so for the final thing of our indicators is the DMI. Okay, so you see that black line, the red line, that blue line. The black line represents the momentum in the market, as in how fast the market is moving and like how liquid, you know what I'm saying? And the red represents the sellers in the market, and the blue represents the buyers in the market, right? So let me tell you how easy this is. All right, look at this black line. You see where we're at? You see how we're selling right here? We're selling here. We're selling here. Look at where our momentum is on this. High momentum, right? Look how high that momentum is. You see it? And notice how our red line is above our blue. Our sellers are taking over the market with a high momentum, right? And now let's look at the buy side of things. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the buy side of things, right? You see, also we have a high momentum. The buyers are in the market with a high momentum, and as you can see, look at the candles straight up, flat bottoms like these above the price line, RMM above the price line. See that? See how they all going hand in hand with each other? All right, so let me tell you something that I would do, like when I'm going for TPs and stop losses. See, for me, I go TP when I'm on the let me run back. All right, so when I'm using this strategy, I use it on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames, right? So on the 1 hour for TPs, I'm going for maybe 20 pips, right? 20 pips, not much. It's not much, but you still get to make that cash. You know what I'm saying? But on the 4 hour, I usually go for 40 pips to 60 pips. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this on the 1 hour, right? Say the market was right here, right? So none of this happened yet. So I'm just waiting. So I'll wait to the next end of the hour, and I see it's another flat bottom. So I'm gonna enter right there. So what I do, I'll get my ruler out, okay, and now mark me 20 pips. 20 pips. All right. You see that? All right, let me see. Let me just get that little line. Okay. So this would be my TP. right here. And notice how the market switched right before, you know what I'm saying? Like it hit my TP, then it switched, right? So say if I was going for like 40 pips, you know what I'm saying, on the 1 hour, then I would hit stop loss. Okay, and like for my stop loss, like I said, I usually go for, you know what I'm saying, another 20. But when I'm looking at these, I look at them on a higher time frame as well. So like my TP1 would be this right here. But on the 4 hour, I'll be looking for like 60 pips. So I mean, on the 1 hour, I make sure, like, well, all of them, I make sure all of my indicators line up before I get into the trade. So therefore, I have a high percentage of winning the trade. So it may look like a 1-to-1 ratio, but I have a high probability of winning. Let's see. Oh, I can't see it. Let me just click it. Right? So this would be my stop loss at this point. 20 pips. All right. So that'd be my stop loss, 20 pips. And me, I'm 90% accurate with this strategy. So I can go 1-and-1 with the ratio. Like for instance, how I got a 20 pip stop loss and a 20 pip TP one. So what I would do this would be like I would just go to my next time frame. All right. Okay. And I'll go to another 20 pips from here. We're just gonna go right there. And like that'll be my TP2. So I'm overall going for another 20 pips with this, right? All right. So that's how I line up the time frames and I line up my TPs and stop loss. I use a stop loss of 20 pips, but I'm overall going for 40 pips. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. Just send them to me. Okay. So yeah. If you have any questions, just type them in the chat and I'll be sure to answer them for you. No problem. All right, Lex, do you have anything else you want to go over or anything? Or no? Lex, can you hear me? It's not. All right, so everybody, that's it. Thanks for hopping on. I'm gonna go ahead and end the call, and we'll be back on Monday. All right. In the call. All right, I can't end the call, but I'll let you get in the call.